welcome back, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It's Juneteenth. Yahoo! It is Juneteenth, and for those of you who do not live in the United States, Juneteenth is the final end of the Civil War. Juneteenth was when military arrived in Texas to free the slaves. Yes, that's right. After the Civil War, and it has been celebrated for many, many, many years without it being a federal holiday. It is technically a federal holiday, regardless of this administration. And so here we are. Happy. It is one of the bright spots in the history of the United States of America, that at one point this happened here, and we shall see how long it takes us to get our Declaration of Independence back into our heads. So that's it. Let's do something here. I'm streaming, and I want to play. I want to play on this lovely day. The sun came out here. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous outside. What am I doing in here? Oh, I was out earlier. And that's what makes the schedule that I have kind of wonky. And so let's, I'm going to change my view. I was on Twitch earlier, and we did some things. We discovered, first of all, you were here when in our last episode, you were sad because we couldn't get the Dark Hook building that we wanted, the house that we wanted to modify. We couldn't get it to work. So we actually just gave up at that time. Later, in this time that I've been off, that I haven't been here, there was a point when I had some time and I couldn't stream, but I wanted to try and figure it out. And with the help of Vincentius Primus, I did figure it out. And I actually did it. Actually got the builds. However, I made I made a mistake. And that mistake is, where is this going? Oh yeah, look, we've got a new guard tower. Look, we've got a new guard tower. And this guard tower is proof that we did it. Dun, 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 dun. It does not have that stupid bottom on it. Sorry, Cujo. Sorry, Annie, I think it is. Annie, sorry about that. But it doesn't have the bottom. We were actually able to do it. I see this hole right here. I'm going to have to go in and put the placeholders all the way up to the top underneath the platforms for the Dark Oak Guard Tower and the Dark Oak House, so that they don't take away that space. Now, the jungle ones have that piece. They have that piece, and so they don't take away the trees. See right there? We still have the trees, and this tree is this birch. I don't know why I'm calling these spruces. Probably because they're so freaking tall. This birch tree is the tree that is holding up this house that is going up right here. And so the birch tree is going to be holding that up as soon as we get to it. In the meantime, nobody's doing anything, probably because everybody needs something. And there are some things that I can do here right now that will help everybody. And I feel like doing that. So let's play Minecraft, because that's what's going to happen here now. I showed you a couple things, but I'm not showing you stuff that's Cade is working on that house. We're putting in a new house right over here, and Cade's working on it. And is this Cade? Yes, it is. And there's the problem right there, the jungle slab that he needs. And does he have any jungle here? I don't think he has any. I think we'd have to go to... But we definitely want to use the cutter for that. Let's come over here. And Brittany, we have Brittany working on something. What? I gave her something. Ah, yes. She's putting in a second courier. We're going to have a second courier, and that courier is going in here. Now we've got a hole in the ground here. It's high enough that they can actually hurt themselves. I'm hoping that they'll avoid it. Otherwise, Riley is going to have lots of wounds, lots of broken things to take care of. So hopefully, Riley, this is Riley right here. Hi, Riley. Yeah, hopefully she can handle it. And then, that's what Brittany is working on. And then, the new hive style. The redone hive style. We have, did she actually put a torch right there? Wow, I missed that. Okay, Brittany is now living here. She's decided after she built the other house underground that she actually likes it, and maybe it's cozier, maybe it's warmer, and she wanted one for herself, and so she built this one right here. And that meant that we could switch some people around. We have Deliza living in this house still right here. But we have the miner, Aaron, moved into this house here. And over here, we have Bode, the rabbit farmer, living in Brittany's old house on the hill right here. And there we have it. So that's what everyone's doing. Let's go up. What I had wanted to do is to take advantage of the fact that we can go to Arnaaluk, and the way Minecolonies is set up, as the makers there, the sawmill, the mechanic, Mr. Villager! Oi! You arrived! Hello! I am good. Ivosi, how are you? You're glad to be here right at the moment after, let's say, considerable amount of time. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And what I was explaining was that we can actually have the workers at Arnaaluk make the stuff that's needed for Pity and bring it back. And that is what we're going to do. And it's going to give us a chance to see what's going on there as well. And yeah, they're making it for me when they do that. And yay! How are you? How are you doing? So let's go here. And let's go here. I'm looking at Penelope using the stairs. Good. Not falling into the hole. And so this is good. We're going to go back. Minecolonies team streamed yesterday, and they were saying that something really cool happened, and let's see if we can notice it in Arnaaluk. So we're going to go over there now, and I am going to actually remain. I think I'm going to change into a player. We're going to have some fun. Uh-oh. You see that language down there? That's a language thing. Sure enough, it's on French. Let's put it on English, United States English keyboard for a minute so that I can type. Game mode. And this is the magic spell. Let's change into a survivalist. And now I will have hearts, and there they are. And then we're going to travel by balloon back over. And you're doing good for now. Good. Making it through. Hardcore is still alive. Excellent. You're still standing. That's brilliant. Excellent. Excellent. I mean, it is possible. It is possible to do. It's just extremely difficult. And congratulations. Is it parabens? It might be parabens. I might be saying it badly. But congratulations. Congratulations. Let's put up the we're closing the door on the balloon, and we're going to look at the beautiful sky while we head out. And yes, I haven't been here in a little bit, and so today was more risky because you wanted it to be. There we go. It's parabens. I remembered. Yay! Oh, good. I'm glad of that. Excellent. Excellent. And let's come here. Let's go to Arnaaluk. So we're going to travel right now. Dun, 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 dun. So we're just going to stay here for a moment and watch all the things come in. Everything come in. Yay! And yay. Okay. So now I think that was long enough to get Java to catch up. And so we're going to come here. We didn't bring anything. I think the things that we brought with us, we have on us. No, we didn't bring anything. These pieces here don't belong. Oh, we did bring the iron. That's a very teeny tiny amount of iron. And I'll have to put those other pieces back for a second because I can't get rid of them right now. And they belong to Tana, those three pieces right there. But the iron belongs to Pity. And at this moment, you just realize that you're missing 2 saplings. And the day before yesterday, you were pretty close to not having dark oak saplings. They were going extinct. Whoa, no traders with mangroves. And now the other one. But you just remembered the cherry. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. It's really one of those things where you almost have to grow trees, so you're still too lazy to cross an entire sea to get those. So no. And I don't think it's lazy. I think that at this particular point, you have other things that are more important to do. And it's dangerous crossing. And so, yeah, that is one of the things. All right, so here we are back at Arnaaluk, and I am going to take the other transportation to Town Hall, just for the fun of it. We're going to take the hotel. This is the taxi submarine. and we're going to ride it. So let me get my little paper here so I can look at where we're going. And everything is dangerous. Everything, everyone, everywhere. Oh, for some reason you didn't get bamboo, but when you went to the jungle to get the sapling, because you're doing so much. Everything, like you said, is dangerous. So we're at the hotel stop for the sub taxi. We're going to go to the town hall stop. And there we go. That was a quick ride. And that's the reason why some people use it. And we are now at the town hall of Arnaaluk. There is the shopping center entrance right here. Hello. And one of our explorers. This is the university entrance right here. And we're going over. This is also, this goes back to the farms, but this is actually where the fitness center is. And let's see, what have I been doing? What's been going on? What did you miss? You missed some interesting things, and but not a lot. I decided that I was tired after I've been doing it since New Mombasa. After New Mombasa, I think New Minecolonies was next, and that was probably in 14 or 16 for sure, that I've been dealing with the dark oak builds having that strip of land on the bottom. And I decided that I wanted to take that strip of land off. So I did, but I wanted to do it so that the builders would build the place. I don't want to have a level 5 building, and I don't want to go back every single time and build up myself. So I made all 5 levels of a level 5 dark oak residence without that piece of ground. And I made all 5. Hi.
What is it?
Greta, what's going on? Oh, I just got here. They are sleeping, not sleeping. So I'll have to see in just a minute what's going on here. Hold on a sec. It's dangerous, so why should you risk if there are those traders risking themselves for people like you? Exactly. That was a little bad. No, it's risking themselves. They're traders, like I said. You have other things that you're doing. Sleepwalking? I don't know. I don't think so. I think being sleepy, yeah, that's curious. I could call her, but if I call her to her house right here, it's going to wake him up, and he's in bed. Everybody's standing. You know something? Let me go. This is what happens when I first come in. So let me go find a druid station, and let's go to sleep. What time is it? 4:04. They're going to wake up in a minute, but I'm going to try. This is the wrong way. I don't want to go that way. Let's see if I can get to a druid station and go to sleep. I find that the first time that I'm here, the first time that I enter the city, that the people don't sleep well. And so I'm going to go quickly over to Bailey and Galilea's tower. This is a druid station here, and I'm going to borrow one of their bunk beds and go to sleep. Yeah. And so we'll do that. So now it's the next morning. This is Galilea and Bailey. Bailey is the mine druid. She is down with Jameson in his mine, and Galilea is the peace druid. And this should be Galilea.
You are so wise.
Coming right now. There she is. And this is good. And you think everything should be done for the other's arrival. Now, can you guess what happened? Nothing is ready for it. What a great thing. For the others. Who others? Tell me about that. The others are arriving? Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, we still have a little bit of it. So we'll see what happens with it. We're here and we're going to do some things for a minute. I want to see. She has.
What's it today then?
And she is waiting for this now. So this is good. She is moved on from asking for the rail. And so that means that the rail part, we actually had to have her start over just to get, I accidentally had something sitting here and it interfered. I had a lantern sitting there and it actually interfered with the build. Paloma is cooking.
What is it?
Aren't you, Paloma? She's asking for milk. And there's milk in the warehouse, so it's going to be delivered. And she's asking for kelp. And there is kelp that's going to be delivered, so she's waiting for deliveries. So let's come over here. And only a tiny part of us came to this site. We should be getting everything ready for when the others come, but absolutely nothing has been done yet. Well, you're saying nothing has been done in the town, but you were gathering materials and trying to stay alive, right? Making sure that everyone stayed alive. I think that is something. I think that's a little more than something. And so I'm glad that you were able to do that. Do we have a flat here? We do, but I can't get it, so I can't do anything about those right now. Let's go over to the warehouse. I'm going to order some things so that this time that we're here will be the time that they'll be working on stuff that we need. So we needed a white bed. Aha! Yay! These are our 16 golden apples that we needed, and I will put those away. Let's come here. Let's put this in here, and hopefully that didn't say anything. Let's take this out, and then let's come back. Yep, something's going on with that, but that's okay. I need to put these apples away. So we're going to have a set of things here that we're going to be working on. These right here can come down. This whole line here, we're going to get some things. One of the things that we need are racks. We need the bed, and we needed honey, which is going to be delivered. Sandstone, which is going to be delivered. And then we need to add a couple more things here. You should be stockpiling food, but even your own demand is higher than how much you gather. And the schedule says we should have gotten around 8 shacks ready for the first coming families. But everyone's living in a cave. You're living in a cave, or you're living underground. It actually happened in game. An Enderman stole a piece of the wall. Yes, they will do that. We need jungle slab. We need 64. We're just going to go for the full stack. And we don't have to do that. We can request the 64, and that's going to be delivered to the carpenter. And then the carpenter is going to make the slab that we need. We also need jungle fence. I didn't have to erase that word. And we're going to get a 64 of this also. And I didn't have to put that in. We're going to get a 64 of fence. And there's the request going in. We don't need that many. We're going to do 16 gates, jungle gates, so that we have enough. And that's all we're going to do right now. The rest we can gather. And let's look here. There shouldn't be any jungle in here. I'm going to sort this. And let's come to here. And let's go to here and look for jungle. Nope, there's no jungle in this warehouse. It's too far away for them to bring unless it's being used for a build, and right now it's not. Dun 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 dun! Case is getting done. Yay! And look at this. Look at her. There she goes. She is making concrete for the builds, and that is so. Cadence is so happy being here. I'm just really thrilled about that. That she was unhappy, and that's such a surprising thing, that you can actually make them happy, and then they work. You make people happy and they're happy to do things. That's just it. They're happy to do things when you make them happy. So, oop, who's that? Somebody's making something. Ooh, hear that? Who's making stuff? Oh, it's Avery. What's Avery? Yahoo! Look at Avery. Avery is making us sandstone blocks, specifically for Pity. Yay! Excellent. 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 So look at that. And Mr. Villager is saying in chat, what is funny is his village, his location, decided to dedicate an entire building around a tree for work, better as a temporary residence for everyone. And now you need even more materials than before, but you don't regret it. Yeah, it sounds like it would be beautiful. It sounds like it would be a wonderful thing to do. Definitely does. Now this is an interesting thing. Let me see. This time I can. I was having trouble seeing things when I was outside of the city, but I'm not having trouble now, so we can see we ordered fence, we ordered slab, we need a red bed, but we'll let them work on those things and we can get the carrots. I'm not going to put that on the list. If there are carrots here, I think we're just going to go ahead and get it. And there are only 12. Let me check something because we might have to have people farming again. At one point, we had plenty of food and stuff. What are you guys doing? Dylan, Nicholas, you talking to each other? Fernando, these are our submarine techs. What are you doing, guys? Oh, who just woke you up? Who went to get you? Nicholas, Fernando. I see. You're getting each other. Okay. Nicholas is trying to wake everyone up. They're on maneuvers. Nicholas is the taskmaster right now. It looks like a small monastery. We are getting the stone room done, and we are planning to do to keep the tree in the center for the future as a garden. Maybe they'll do this like an elder's hall. That sounds fantastic. That sounds wonderful. Oh my goodness. Yay. It's sunset. People are going to start going home. I'm going to close some of these. How many pieces do I have there? Let me see what that is. It's something that there isn't any... it looks like there's... what could that be that's showing up there like that? We still have a lot of that. Look at all these saddles. This is what we're going to buy food with. All of these saddles are going to get us food, which is going to be wonderful. But right now, we're going to come here and sort. I want to see how many carrots there are. 17,000. Okay. And how many potatoes? TAT. 38. So none of those need to be grown right now. 17 and 38 are fine. We're going to get some potatoes and some carrots to take back to Pity. Carrots, C-R-O-T. And let's start with the carrots, which happen to be right here. Oh, they're both here together. Yay! Okay, so let's put these here. Let's put this stuff here. And this here for a minute. I'm going to try and get everything up. I'm supposed to have it so that everything fits in this location right here. And I know how to do that. So let's bring up this and these right here. Let's put that there. And then we can put these things up next. So we'll put these in, and we'll put these back in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to take 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that, let's put these up. Let's stay here for a minute. Let's go to here and put these away, and that'll tell us what 2 rows amount to. 2 rows are 1,028. Let's do 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's put these here. There are 17,000, so we're not in danger of taking them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is a full chest. A full chest of carrots is 1,024 plus 704, so that's 1,728 is a full chest. And we're going to do a full chest of potatoes as well. So let's come to here. 4, 5, 6. We don't have to count because the bottom is empty. So we can put them there, and then we can get the correct amount. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see here. And hold on, there's some more stuff we should get. We should get those 8 shacks done, and in theory, most of the families are around 5 people. And this should be only the first of all the immigrant waves. Wow. There should be arriving around 5 to 7 waves of people coming. Whoa. A full chest of carrots. Yeah. A full chest of carrots. And we're going to do a full chest of potatoes for the retreat. So the retreat is Arnaaluk's project. So they are very anxious to have the people at Pity have everything they need. So how many carrots do we have left now? So there is still 15,000 carrots and potatoes, P-O-T-A-T, and there is still 37,000 potatoes. So we have a ton. We're not in trouble. And Mr. Villager, if you need some assistance with carrots and potatoes, let me know and we can send you a shipment, because you're very important to us. So, and for those who are watching, Mr. Villager and I are dungeon and dragoning. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, and we're making a story where I can have a shipment go to him, and he'll add that to his play as that he received it from us, in the same way that if he does something for us, we can do the same thing. And we've been doing that with Mr. Villager, with Jelly Bean, and it's been very fun. So we've got that part done. We got the golden apples. We were supposed to take a coal block out of here because we used it, and give it back to Arnaaluk. This is the sad thing here, and I'm really hoping that Pity will help us get more coal, because did you see that sad amount? That's all our coal in this entire warehouse. We do use coal. We don't use it for cooking, and this is the reason why. Let's go upstairs. Let's see if we can find the indicator. And there it is. So the coal is in here, and I can't take it all. I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to make the block that we used. And we're going to have that block go back to Tana, not to Pity, to Tana for the loan. Coal is a problem, and we'll do that block. We put a block in the, I think we only put a single block in the terminal, in the travel terminal to run the computers. And so we have to give that back. So I'm putting that in this pile right here. And this is Tana's stuff right there. We could get scaffolding here and give Tana back the scaffolding that Tana made. We have builders. So I think I interrupted myself because Mr. Villager came in. It's not all, if we consider how attractive a huge line of villagers crossing vast fields it might be to settle villages. We could consider there could be more than around 40 coming. Wow, you guys have your work cut out for you. Trying to get ready for all these people. So in resume, in what word are you trying to use there? You are screwed. So in retrospect, so yeah, I'm not sure. That word doesn't mean the same in English that it does in Portuguese. So yeah. Let's come here. Why? Remind me later. And like in general. So in general, so generally, or so, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame Vincentius isn't on. He's a walking thesaurus. And he would have the word. Let's put here. Had someone use it that way? In resume? That's interesting. Yeah. Not in America. Not in America. The English. Chateau. Hello, Chateau. It's been a while. Yes. In progress, making your own style for Minecolonies. Excellent. Chateau, have fun. I did some wild and crazy stuff trying to modify.
Thank you for this amazing colony.
How are you? It's nice to see you. I'm trying to modify dark oak, and I got a little frustrated, but it worked. There's still a problem that I did, but I think I know how to fix it. So, yeah. Mr. Villager, you need to make your own. You do. You need to make your own style for Minecolonies. You do indeed. All right. Hold on. So the air conditioning came on, and I think that's making me cough. But other than that, I think I'm okay. It's very nice to see you, Chateau. And what coolness! Are you putting any early pictures up on Minecolonies Discord in their in that area? I think it's schematics. You can actually put stuff there and just do little previews, and everyone will be looking out for it. That sounds pretty cool. And you can, so for the people who are watching, you can actually make your own Minecolonies styles. Sometimes Minecolonies will add those styles to their lists. And you know something, why don't we do that? Let's go here. Yeah, once you have more to show. Okay, since it's Juneteenth, I think what I'm going to do just for a moment is we're going to change clothes, because that is going to give us diversity. We don't have as much diversity in Norse medieval. I don't know why they don't think so, but it's okay. And we'll come here and let's go to the style, citizen style. Oh no, don't tell me that. Oh no, you're kidding me. I have screwed myself. I have done something that completely screws me. I did not realize that. Wow. Okay, that is going to be really interesting. Do you see what it says? It says that I have to be the colony owner, and there is no owner right now, because if I was the owner, then I can only have one colony. But what this means is that these people are stuck in whatever style this is, and I think it's the Asian. No. 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 Yes, Mr. Villager, it's contagious. Oh my gosh. What a thing to find out. No, that's not acceptable. I'm going to have to say something. What? Yeah. Oh my goodness. And default. So they're stuck on the style that they were on when I left, which was a summer style, because it's no. That's not summer. Hold on. That is default. What the hell? Oh, I see. It's several people. I was like, what in the world is that? They're no longer, I didn't even realize that they're no longer in the East Asian style. Are they? Let me see one of the makers for a minute. They might still. Let me see for a second if they are. I'll be able to tell by the robes here. I think they are because I don't see diversity. Oh no, look at this. Look at this. They are not. Well, why don't I have any diversity here? Hold on a second. They went back to default. You know how long I've been doing pity and I didn't even realize that they went back to default? And what's going on with default? Default had different, yep, totally back to default. And I don't have any people of color. Why don't I have any people of color anymore if I'm in default? Hold on a sec. Let's look at Lillian for a minute. Let's look at some of our people and see. Lillian. Hello. I've got lots of white people. I'm not seeing any dark people at all, which is a little disconcerting because default did have dark people. And I don't have a single one in all this space. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, random? How can I not have any if it's random? Let's look at the visitors for a second. Well, what a shocking thing to discover on Juneteenth. What a surprising thing to discover on Juneteenth. I don't see a single dark-skinned person or Asian. And we had both of those as a part of the default pack. So where in the world are they? Okay. I just saw Evelyn go upstairs, and I think Evelyn actually is. Yes. Whoa. 315 people. No, that's the challenge. See, you know, it's so interesting. You're doing hardcore. That's hardcore. That certainly sounds hardcore to me, what you're talking about. That sounds pretty amazing. Where is she? Yay, Oakley. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to be too distressed. It just seems way less. What's the matter with you guys? Does
Right
Messiah
away.
not have bear? Messiah doesn't have any food that you want to eat. Is that it? It's not hardcore, it's horrorcore.
Is there
no.
a problem?
That is hardcore. You're playing hardcore. And you just found out what peaceful hardcore would be.
Good to see you.
Hi, Sebastian. So peaceful hardcore. Yay.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, Case. Hello. That's what I wanted to see. All right. Okay, so I'm not freaking out, but I am freaking out. Because that means that they are stuck in default. The people are. That we are not going to be able to change their clothes for the holidays or for anything. And I don't know. I'm going to have to... Now, I'm a patron, and I'm going to see how this is going to work. I'm actually going to say something on the patron Minecolonies page, that why, when I have more than one city, why do I lose my ability to change the skins? And I'm going to find out. You didn't get a core, you got the planet. 400 people is not a, 315 people is not a planet. 150 people here. If the retreat has that many, that's 300 people right there. That's only 2 cities. So you're going to have a massive city. Remember when I remember when you found that, set of villages that were all together, that there were these 5 villages that were in this one area, and it was really unusual to have that number of villages together. And you found it, and you enjoyed it. This is what you've got. You've got the equivalent of that. I don't know if Chateau is still here, but Chateau, if you haven't been here in a while, if you want, I can show you some of the new stuff that, it was hyperbole. Now that is the correct use of that word. Good for you. That's brilliant. That is very nice. I'm very proud of your English, Mr. Villager. You've been doing a really, really good job. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're doing a really, really good job. Better job than my Portuguese. So, but I can at least say parabéns. Parabéns. Okay, so you are still here. Let me show you one of the things that we did. So you're familiar with underwater base. We actually added a submarine. We dug out this area here specifically to add a submarine. And this submarine is a taxi, and it is the submarine from the, let's go to the mechanic shop. Remember, in the mechanic shop in Underwater Base, there is a level 5, there is a submarine that's being built. And when our very first Underwater Base build that we did, when Mixessa was available, he explained that this was a legit submarine, that they modeled it after a real submarine. And so we decided that this submarine was going to be the taxis in here. So we have several versions of submarines now. And I'm going to take this moment, no one's here. Maybe I should go up to the office so that if a druid comes, they won't see me change. They don't like when I change in public. It scares them. So So I'm going to change into a mermaid so that I can show Chato some of the things that we did. So let's come down. And so if there's nobody here, it's nighttime, it's after midnight. I don't see any druids. So we can open this. Remember, Chateau, you might not remember, but this is the way Matlam and Mixasa built this so that it can be opened and the water is down below, like that submarine can be dropped into the water. And it is such a cool build. And any of you who are watching, if you build underwater base at level 5, it will look exactly like this. So, which is really cool. And let's come down here. So we extracted that submarine from the build, and we have it now as a separate submarine that we can put anywhere. And so we put one right here. And this submarine is, see, we built a canal so that this taxi submarine can take this canal over to the main submarine bay. And this bay right here is the submarine bay. You can see the yellow submarines, which are medium delivery subs. And then you can see the, and that, by the way, is Mubian submarines that go to Aquatica. So this is his yellow submarine right here. And this one is a larger delivery sub. And then over here, we have Mubian's smaller subs that we've been calling scrubs this whole time. And that's these submarines right here. And so these are UPS or FedEx trucks. They're little tiny ones. These are medium. Yeah, they're medium size. They're definitely bigger than these. And because they actually hold materials, more materials. And so I'm calling those the medium sub. These submarines are the concrete mixer, the level 5 underwater base concrete mixer. There are 2 of them, so we have 2 concrete mixer subs. And then this submarine right here is the cruise submarine, the pleasure cruise sub. And this is the one that we fixed right here. We changed the front of this submarine to put in a bridge, but this is actually Mubian's design for a sea truck. That's what it's called in Aquatica, the sea truck, and we put it in here. Now Mubian had a little UPS delivery, one of the scrubs, a little blue submarine sitting here. So we made that submarine go away and we put in the taxi right here. So this taxi, we actually, did we? 1, 2, 3. No, we didn't have to widen this 1, 2, 3. It actually fit into this space and it's a tight fit. But it's fine. There's enough room. This is what we had to expand, this part right here, to make room for the propeller. But other than that, it did fit into this area. We expanded this back, I think 3, to make it fit in, but it works perfectly because look, it's still within the range of the hotel. And it turned out really, really fun. So those are the submarines that we are using to get around in Arnaaluk, in the underwater base. Now in this hotel we have this area right here, and this is the terminal. This is the travel terminal. This part right here, this is Aquatica's player house, which is called the Sea Truck, and it comes with this building and also with that area, that port for the submarine. And the submarine builds the first piece right here, this piece, and then you can add the other pieces to it. So we added the passenger quarters here. We added this is the dining car, which isn't done yet, but this is the dining car here. And then the viewing car, we've got this car done so that when they're traveling, they can sit here and they can look out and they can look all around and down and see the beautiful things. Now, right here, and there it is, this is the caboose right here, and we haven't done anything with this. This is what it looks like. And we're going to, this is the way Mubian has it, this caboose. We're going to change it because we want it to be a caboose. It's actually going to have a window here so that we can do that, so that we can have that. We're going to bring down some of these furnaces. We don't need quite that much engine power here, or maybe we do, and maybe we'll just leave it. We'll see when we get to it, but we haven't gotten to this yet. And yes, this is, we put these in, I think this is Paladin, this furniture. Let me see. And let me look. Yeah, it's Paladin's furniture, Paladin mod, and it seemed to work the best for making it look like they're coming in and they're sitting in this beautiful area. And then in here we'll put the dining car, and we'll have either this side, I think we're going to have this side here as the kitchen, and this side here, this is amenities for the this part right here. So probably like bath or something like that, lavatories. And then I keep talking about this, we haven't done it yet. We're going to have luggage right in this spot right here, but here we're going to have the quarters for the captain and the crew. So the 4 crew members are going to have bunks right in here, and then there can be 6 passengers, and so it's very intimate, it's very private, but it is a very nice trip. Now that is the pleasure submarine, and we've got this area where people can buy tickets. They can have their luggage weighed, because we're talking about submarines and balloons, and so they can't be too heavy. So this is where they come and they buy their ticket. We haven't done anything with this area yet to actually get someone to work in this area. We might put something here to make it so that someone comes here and works, but I don't know what I'm going to do about that just yet. It might just be a decoration. And then this was added. This, you can see the rain coming in from upstairs. This leads to the balloon. So here we are. This is a balloon platform area, and it is raining. I'm going to stand underneath here. We're using Mubian's supply ship, a portion of Mubian's supply ship, and we made it into a permanent location here, a permanent terminal for the balloon to be above the water. So this is a decommissioned ship. It is in dry dock, and inside this ship is where the passengers for the balloon can come, and they can sit here while they're waiting for the balloon to come in, while they're waiting for their things to be loaded. And then back here, I haven't done anything. This is Mubian's supply ship. So I haven't changed any of this just yet. I probably will. We can make it, or we can say that this is the change, that we've made this to look much more like a living room, because this ship isn't working. This ship isn't going out to sea. That's just for the visitors to come. And then over here, on this side, we're going to put in dining. The reason I haven't put it in yet is because we don't have anybody. We don't have any people to run a restaurant. And so I don't have a single person to run a restaurant. So if I put a restaurant here, they're going to want to come here. So I don't want that to happen right now. The luggage is going to go on this side. We're going to have luggage here. And then this is the engine room of the ship, the decommissioned ship. So they come up here, and yes, if it's raining, I don't know, should I put a platform over this, guys? Should I make it so that when it's raining, people won't get wet when they come up here? I might do that, because then they cross over here, and here is the balloon. So this is the cliff style. So this is Cliff's taxi. This balloon is a part of the town hall level 5 in the Cliff style. So we extracted that balloon from the Cliff style to give us this balloon that we're using as a land to. We're just using it as a passenger balloon. I guess that's the best way I can put it, a passenger balloon. Now, if you were to look at Aquatica's supply camp, you know good and well that it is bigger than this ship. And yes, we extracted the ship, and this part right here, this elevator, from the supply camp, Mubian supply camp, so that we could use it as a decommissioned ship to go here. So when we get on this ship, we have luggage. There's our luggage holder right there on both sides. And then you get on the ship, and it actually closes, and it actually works. So I'm going to go back to Piti Arnaaluk. And I think I might have said it right that time. I'm still getting used to the name. Arnaaluk. Piti means dried fish, and Arnaaluk means hamlet, and so like a little village. And so let me come here. Let's get the waypoint, and we're going to go to Piti. And Piti is the retreat that we are making. I'm going to wait for a minute. There's the way down. I'm going to wait for a second for the map to catch up. Otherwise, it gets, Java gets weird. So let's come down. So this is the retreat. So for the sanctuary, which is actually a place for druids to come, druids specifically to come. We could do it for all fighters ultimately, but right now we're just doing druids. Druids are the ones who are suffering the most from being at war all the time. So we take the druids who are suffering from being at war, who want to have families, who want to do, or who are not handling war well, and the sanctuary is for them. And then let me come here so we can show. But they're not on land and they're not in a real forest. We've made botanical gardens, but we haven't made a real place for them. So we've decided to make in this old growth trees an actual retreat. So this is kind of going to be like a Disneyland for them, a place where they can come and they can be here and they can study, they can visit, they can actually, some can live here if they want. If they want their kids to have the experience of living in a real forest, this is what we're going to give them here, and this is what we're working on. So the town hall for this is Shire Editions, new town hall. He's probably updated it, but this town hall is, the reason I chose it is because it's an outdoor town hall. Even at level 5, this area is still open, and which is really nice, and I love it, especially since this is a retreat. And over here is the tavern right here, and we have gotten almost everyone almost everyone out of the tavern. Cade is working on an apartment right now, and Romina and Cade, Romina, the owner of the restaurant, and Cade actually need to move into some apartments in this area. And so we're going to see how many we can get in this area that they can live here. So see, we're putting an apartment right here, or I should say a house right here. So I think Cade will be close enough to that house. Romina is right here, and I don't have a place for her yet. We put a place for Leandro so that he would not be in the tavern, and he is living in a new house that is set up over here somewhere in the trees. Set up in the trees. Ah, here we go. Okay, so there is a new house right here, and this is the first one. See how the leaves are missing in this area? That's the thing that I messed up. Oh wait, it's dark. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me come here. I'm gonna sleep. I apologize. We usually can put a bed here. I like sleeping here outdoors. So let me bring this down, and I'm going to place a bed right here. I think I have to with this bed. It's one of the reasons that I didn't use these in the beginning. They're picky. And those sleeping bags are peaky. So, but it's okay. It's working fine enough. So, I'm sorry. So let me show you that again in the daytime. So we added a house here. This is the one we modified. So it doesn't have, see this house right here? See this flat thing right here? This is the way the dark oak actually is, the way Cujo and Annie made the dark oak to be like that. We didn't want it to have that piece of dirt. We actually had a piece of dirt here, and we've gotten to take it away. That's what we did on Twitch this morning. We took away that big, huge platform that was sticking out here. We took that away because we'll be able to do my dark oak guard tower, and it won't have that piece. We could actually do my dark oak build for this, and I think it might do it. This will be interesting if it does. I want to try an experiment here. No, it's not. I would have to... I would have to break the hut block and place the new one in and have them do the new one. The one from my set. And if I was going to do that, I'm going to have to go to the flatland and put in the pieces, put in the placeholder blocks, the placeholder blocks in this area so that it doesn't keep doing this. This isn't supposed to be here. You can see where the ground has been removed, where this tree is, and this is the part that we don't have that happening anymore, but we do have the air spot taking away the tree in this area right here. So we still need to put some in. Jungle put those in. They put them in so that when you stick a jungle tree into a tree, all the rest of the tree survives. And so that's what we wanted to do with these. See this right here, the tree around it. You can't tell here, but you can tell with this one. See this one? See how there's tree underneath, much higher up than there is with the dark oak, and that is what we were working on. So far we have several houses over here. This is the university. Penelope is coming is one of our two, and she is just doing her rounds. She is actually a peace druid, and we have two here so far in the city. So this is what we're doing. So if we went to, for instance, if we got out, since Chateau is here and he's doing builds, we'll come out for a moment, and we'll go to let's save and quit to title. We'll go to the flatland for a minute, and we'll come back in. So here's my flat world, and I can show this is my first successful attempt at making some builds here, and here they are. Dun, 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 dun. Now I've always done this. So this is the original supply camp, and as you can see, it does with there we go. It does with the supply camp what it does, what Underwater Base does. They give you a location underwater that you can build in. So we separated that, and we got this piece. And I didn't have to build this. I just built it to make sure that it was going to work, and it does. So this is how we got to this piece right here. Here we built the the mechanic shop right here so that we could separate this from it. And so there is the submarine separated from this building. This building's here, so I can go in and see. You can see the submarine right there, and so we just separated it from there. And then this is actually me bringing one of the steampunk restaurants back up to a level 5. It was a level 5. You could do a level 5 of it, but now it's saying it's only a level 2, the Barracks restaurant. And so I needed to be a level 5, so we brought it here to do that. And now this is what I had worked on. So this is the level 1 through 5 of the residence, the dark oak residence, and the dark oak guard tower. And you can see we took away the bottom ground piece right here. But this is where we needed to bring all the way up to here. We actually need to put these pieces and fill in these spots underneath this part right here. So we need to fill all of this in with for all 5 of these buildings, so that it doesn't remove this. And I think, see, if I did air, if I removed all the air, then it would remove it from these areas, and I don't want to do that. And so I think what I can do is select the underneath part and just remove the air from the underneath part. I think I can try that. Do we want to try it with one? If it doesn't work, we can fix it later, because we have the build of this. But let's try it with the level 1 right here, and let's see if we can do that. So we're going to need a scan tool. And these scan tools are the guard tower. So let me put these away so that they don't get accidentally broken or something like that. We're going to put them in here. So this is the guard tower number 2. This is number 1, 3, 4, and 5. And this is the residence 1 through 5. And let's get a scan tool for a minute from here. Here. SCAN. Nope. There it is. Right here. Let's just get one. We only need one for what we're going to do. And let's see what this is going to be like. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take from here, right here, all the way over to this one right here, this one right there, and we're going to scan. So let's scan that. So we're going to scan. Is that high enough? Now, why don't we scan it up to, see those right there? I want to scan it up to that. So this will be the top position, and let's come around here, and this will be the bottom position. All right, and then let's come here and let's show resources, so we can see a yellow wool, copper. Wait, why is it showing me all of that? Hold on. It's showing me too much stuff, so something's wrong. Ah, see that thing came on right there? Let's X. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, so let's start here. Let's do a number 2 here, and let's come over here, and let's do the first position right there. Okay, now let's look. That's more like it. So we don't want to remove the dark oak. What we want to remove is the air. So we're going to replace the air with placeholder blocks. And there they are, and select, and it didn't do, so let's do it again. Placeholder blocks, and select, and now it looks like this. And that's what we needed to do for them. So we're going to have to redo all of these, all the scans, in order to get that to be there. Isn't in the group. It's a shame that Chateau isn't here right now. Oh, okay. I thought he was, but it's okay. There are more than you watching, Mr. Villager. So yeah. So there we go. So we did this one, and now we can save it. And the reason I just want to save it is so that I make sure that those are there. So now let's get a new, we're going to make a new one. And I think I'd rather just go ahead and use a new one of these. Scan, C-A-N. I'm just going to do one of them for right now. Uh-oh. Did I do anything here? Wait. That's stuck? Okay. So let's come here. Let's come here and let's take that, and then let's take another piece over on the other side for a minute and take this, and let's come to here and let's X. There we go. All right, so now let's come over here, and how far up? I think we'll do it to here. So this is the top position on this side, and over here this is the bottom position here. And let's show resources, and it is correct. So let's replace the air with placeholders. HOLDER, select, and select. And the air is still there. Let's replace it a second time. PLACEHOLDER, placeholder, select, and it is gone. Dun 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 dun. Yay, team. Okay, so then we can X. We're not saving this. And I think that still gives us what we need. Excellent. But it's still showing that it's there. So let me make that go away. Drat. It's saving it, but we'll take those out. And there we are. So there it is. And that's what we needed to do for all of these. So it's not going to be as difficult as we thought it was going to. All we have to do is come in and add these pieces back in, and then rescan all 10 of them. Rescan the 5 residences and rescan the 5 dark oak towers. So let's do that now, just to show what would happen here. Let me just get, I'm going to put this tool, the scan tool, right over here for a second. I have to be really careful about them. Now these tools have names, and we're going to put them here. So what I think the problem that I did was that I named it scans instead of naming it something else, like fundamentals or something. And that's the thing that I'm going to have to find out about, because scans made it so that the builder couldn't build the first one. They seem to be able to build after that, but they couldn't build the first one. And I don't know why not. Maybe I should wait and find out about that before I trade this, do you think? Nah, we're just going to do this one for now. Let's come up to the top, and let me make sure I have the right one. So this is the residence. So we're going to scan that right there, and we're going to scan that one right there. And let's come out here and show the resources, and everything's still there, so it's fine. So we're going to approve it, and that is now the new residence level 1. So I'm going to put it here for a second, and let's put this one right here. Actually, let's leave that one where it was. Let's do that with the dark oak tower. So we're going to scan this piece right here, and then down here let's scan this piece. We've got 2, and let me just make sure that we have it, and we do. There's the build piece right there, the guard tower, and let us approve it. So that is the new scan for that. Whoops, I hit the R and that redid the shaders. Hold on for a second. Let me come here and let me put this here. Let's look at this one for a second. Let me see something. Show resources. The residence is there. The residence is there. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not going to find out. I'll have to do some more research and find out what I did wrong. So let's come over to here. I've got a builder's tool. I can't do it. Oh, good. There we go. I've got some space because I've got all those guard towers. And there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! So I'm going to take this guard tower back, and we're going to do the level 1. Now, I already know that they'll do the others because when I put in one of them, it worked when I asked Brittany to update it. So she could update it, but she couldn't start it. And I don't know what's missing, but it doesn't matter. So let's hex this. Let's come down on the ground. We have those 2 here, and I'm going to leave them here so that I remember that I did that. Save and quit to title. And let's come to the Arnaaluk, and we'll do that again. Now, if it starts to get slow, if we start lagging, I might have to get completely out. But I think it's going to be okay. We're going to find out in a minute. Let's give it some time to load in and load the entire world in. You can see people going to work right there. That's a good sign. And there we are. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Mr. Villager. I think he was gone. Well, that's a shame. But right now, let's come over to here. And we have this house right here. This is the new house. I'm going to do something that we've done before, and we're going to do it right now. So let's get the build tool from here. Let's come here. Let's make that go away. And let's come to here. Let's come here. Let's get the build tool and let's build, because right now they're just going to make this one. Oh, I don't think we have to. This one is one of the ones. So this one's okay. It's not this one that needs to be fixed. It's this one down here that is a normal dark oak building. This is a normal dark oak building right here. This is the one we're going to change. And so let's come here. Let's switch to monster to mermaid. and we're now Sandy Town. And then we're going in here. We're going to the scans right here, decorations. This is a residence, and there it is. This is a level 1 of this residence, and we're going to turn it around. So remember what we were doing when things weren't working out. Let me switch this. There we go. So see how that is there? That's in the correct spot, and everything is where it should be in this spot right here. And see this part right here? It's not going to do anything to that. That is the part. You just needed to get supper. Welcome back. Welcome back. So what we did was we went into the flat world and we added this part. And I'm about to change this building the way I did in Aquatica, where we had those buildings and we put in the extra buildings. So we're going to change this. This is a level 1. And so all we're going to do is we're going to construct it over top of the other one, which it did. And let's X, and let's come here, and sure enough, there is the hut block. So now you see these are back. So we'll take these away. You see these are broken right here. That's because we did what we did. So we'll fix this part right here. And other than that, it's all good. Dun, da, da, da. So this means that when it's time, the next time, where is the lantern? The lantern's gone. Let's come to here for a second. Let me get some lanterns. I have some stuff on me. I need to get this stuff and give it back to them. This lantern is mine. I'll put that there for a second, and then we'll put a lantern right here. I'm going to start collecting lanterns from Arnaaluk to replace the lanterns that we put in here. So this is the new area right here. This is the land retreat for the Druids, and it is high up on a hill, and we can look. The map isn't showing anything once again, but we had done some research and we had gone all around the area looking for a place where we could put something, and we found this place. Now there are up here, you see this area right here. This is one of Mr. Villager's villages right here. This is actually villagers living there, and there's a second one of those, and we actually have just a little ways from here, there are some villagers who have a direct connection to Tana. And how do we know that they have a connection to Tana? Because they have prismarine in their build on land away from the water. So it makes them an interesting set of builders. This is Aaron complaining right here that he doesn't have any tools. We're going to make him some right now. We're going into the warehouse. And so this is the warehouse that Tana gifted to the city, to the town, because we were putting it over top of this ravine right here, and I think we made a mistake. We made some kind of mistake, and we ended up putting in the level 5 by mistake, because we were putting in the level 1 over top of this, and it wasn't the level 1. So Tana gifted them this level 5 warehouse. Luckily, it's not a house. If it had been a house, it would have changed the dynamic, the food dynamic. And thank goodness this did not do that. It's the housing and them being in level 5 housing that changes the food so far. That could change in the future once they find out, that this warehouse did not change the food. So you never know with them. With Minecolonies team, yes, you do. You do, because they're just trying to keep the game Minecraft. They're trying to make it fun for everyone. They're trying to give everybody a chance to play in survival and have a tough survival game. Let's go to the here and supper. Supper sounds good. We're going to go to sleep in the supply camp balloon that is right here. And there we are. And this is how all the people arrived. The four people who came here, they arrived in this balloon. And yeah, poor thing, I know. But I tried to, the only thing that I could do for this one, I should just go ahead and do, and that's build him a beehive. I have to build him a nest and hope that that works. Hope that he'll accept the nest right here. Let's see if I put that there, if he will accept it. Or should I put it here? I don't know that he can accept a nest. I think it has to be a hive. I think it has to be a hive for them to be able to go in. Let's see if he will accept, she will accept the hive right here. I can't put it there. Can I put it here? I can put it there. And let's see if she'll accept it. Yeah, she's not gonna. Poor thing. I don't know whether there was a hive on a tree. I have not seen any hives on these birch trees. These trees like this, there haven't really been any hives. So I don't know how she got there. But there she is. And she's not leaving. Poor thing. So we might have to do something for her. To let her go. So we were able to put in the correct one here for this. Let's put in the correct one over here. This means now that we can fill this part in right here. We can fill this whole area in with either with meadow or with moss from the inside. We'll probably do the moss from the inside. Let's fix this one, because this one is absolutely going to break a bunch of things if it builds from the dark oak build. So when we go here, see it says dark oak treehouse. So we don't want a dark oak treehouse. We want a monster to mermaid. So do we have time? It's daytime. Good. We're going to come here. I'm going to put this down right here and go to switch packs. Go to monster to mermaid. And let's go to monster to mermaid. Scans. Guard tower. And there it is. And let's move it right back so that everything is right where it's supposed to be. This is only a level 1, and this is what I want. And so you can see the full level 1 being here like this. And that ladder piece there, I don't think it's there for level 1. We're looking at a higher level that's causing that ladder piece to be there. So this is it. So you see what's going to happen here. It's going to put that fencing back right there. This is probably 5 of this, but we're putting this over top. Penelope, why are you here? This shouldn't affect her, but I don't want her to be here. So we'll come back. I'm going to leave this for a second. We'll come back when there isn't someone there. She's taking a nap. You can see it overlaid. You can see this part. This is the part that we don't want to change. And see how deep this is? So all of this would go back to having a big, huge sheet of ground right there. And we don't want that. So that is why we're doing this. Eat when you're eaty. You can't say sleep when you're sleepy, eat when you're hungry. You have to say eat when you're eaty. Okay, is she still there? Penelope, come on. Oh, I know what to do with her. I'm going to recall her. This isn't even her tower. She's just using Lilith's tower to sleep. We're going to recall her to here. And there she is. And she's still asleep. And that way she's not in our way. And hopefully Lilith hasn't taken her place and is at her tower for a moment, so that we can change it from a dark oak tower to, see that right there? That's what we got rid of. That piece of dirt right here is gone. So let's come here. I don't see her. And let's touch down. And we're going to construct the level 1. Constructed, and there it goes. So you can see right here, I just picked up the other guard tower. And let's turn this off. Let's X this. And there it is. So now it's disconnected from here again. So we'll have to build this part back. Let me not use this. Take this away. Let me come here and put this here. And we're just going to go ahead really quickly and put this back before someone wants to come over here. Nope. Yes. And on this side, we can put this here all the way over to here, like that. Let's take these away. We're going to put this in this part, and that's done. We're going to take this away for now. We don't need this part to be here. And yeah, every time they build, we're going to have to fix this. I don't care about that kind of stuff. That's easy. And we'll take these off. We'll give her a new lantern here. And there should be a lantern right here. So let's take that away. Put that lantern there. She did have a bed here. I forgot about the bed. And I think we'll see if it showed up anywhere. I don't think so. Let's look. I don't see any extra things like that. This is my bed that you're looking at there. Let's get her a bed. We're giving them a sleeping bag. Cot, sleeping. There it is. We're giving them the gray. And so she has one right here. And there it is. And it's Lilith. And we could put a light right here for her. And that is her area there. Now, I just realized that Lilith is no longer connected. Oh, she is. It worked. Yay! Okay. So let's make sure that he is still connected to this house. Leandro. He is. Yay! Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So that worked. Okie dokie. Oh no, we didn't do Leandro. It's Bode that we have to make sure is still connected to here. And he is! Yay! Excellent! Okay, I don't want one there. This is fine on this side because of this. I definitely want that lit. It's daytime. And now we brought, look what we did. We brought Bode back. Your brain is not braining. Exactly. We brought a new little rabbit. We've got two wait, don't leave this open. What have I been raised in a barn? We've got another baby rabbit. Yay! So, Bode has two rabbits now. And we'll close this. And we'll come out here. I don't think we have any. Breeding is on, so that means he doesn't have any carrots. And let's look here and see. And sure enough, he does not. He has lots of coffee. Let's find that coffee and take it away because I think he's drinking it. We found him having some strange effects on him. And it's like, is he actually drinking that coffee? And I think he is. So we're going to take it away. Now, this, oh, it's nighttime. Let me go and sleep. Almost writing rabbis. Very close. Very, very close. Very close. Here we go. We're going to go to sleep. And we are back to daytime. And so let's come out. Let's come up here. And we can see our very upset Aaron going to work. Our very upset Brittany going to work. There's Delisa going to work. She is our courier, our only courier at present. And then Leandro, Cade, they're also going to work, as well as Ezra. Bode is right here. And that's all our people. That's all. That's the only people we have besides Lilith and Penelope. And I should be adding, oh, another Abdullah. Wow, this is a different Abdullah. For 35 redstone, huh? That's quite expensive. Upset Aaron, not good. You are correct. Let's help Aaron. I'm going to assume that he can do stone tools. There's cobble right here. There is wood right here. We'll make some sticks. We'll come back here and see. Do we have any sticks? We do. Yay! So we don't have to make those right this second. And let's come to here. Wait, I put all the cobble away. Let's bring this cobble down. We're going to make a bunch of axes. And I have to be careful here. I'm just going to pull them out like this. He is the miner, and we're actually going to put these in here for for Delisa to deliver to him. So we'll put all of these here for him. And sure enough, there she comes. And she just came to get some, and she's gone already. Okay, and then one of the other things that was missing, I don't think we have enough jungle. The slabs, we could make them, but I would rather that they made them. And so that we have to go back to Arnaaluk and get the stuff that we need. But we need Aaron to be working. And now that we were showing Chateau the pieces that we needed, and then he got called to dinner. So he didn't get a chance to see it, but we will show him some of it now because we're going to go back over. Let's walk through the retreat. So this is a retreat. We're going to walk through the retreat. So we're going past right here. This is the town hall, the outdoor town hall of Shire Editions. So even at a level 5, this is going to be a little tiny town hall outside area. I think it has a tent on one side at level 5, but most of it is outdoors under this gorgeous canopy. And we put in this tavern. We used the urban birch because I wanted the comedy club downstairs. So there's an entertainment space below, and I also wanted the beer garden on top. So there's an open beer garden at level 3. And this beer garden, it's a town tent. Yes, it is. This beer garden, although we could say that the town hall is actually the people, and so that's actually what makes the town hall the town hall. But yes, it's a town. Right when it's done, this is not going to be a tent. This doesn't go away, this part right here. There's just an added little area over to the side. And why am I talking about it? I can show you what it looks like. Hold on for a second. Let's come here. These are not theirs. These are mine. And where's my tools? There we go. Let's come here. Let's come out here. Let's find a block. Let's go to Shire Editions. The true town hall. Yeah, indeed. So this is Shire Editions, fundamentals. The town hall. Let's X for a second. I'm going to do it again so that we can see it right here. Shire Editions town hall. And so this is what the town hall looks like. This is a level 1 town hall, level 2. See, so it gets a little tiny storage tent over here, but this part stays the same right here. A level 3, a level 4, and a level 5. So you can see it's perfect for us because it is using one of these spruce trees. Birch. I started calling them spruces. Strange. One of these birch trees as the foundation of this town hall. But you can see it is completely outside. And so this makes it really fun. And I love the seats and everything added here. See, there's a little area here for cooking. And we can do something about that in the future, but that's what it's going to look like when it's done, and that's why we chose it. And so we're walking through here near the town hall and near this tavern. We have a farmer's market is already put in. This is the original market. they did change a little bit. They changed some things in the market, but this is very nice and I love it. And then we added the new, hold on, these have the height of pines actually, but these are birches. Quite an interesting situation and explains the confusion. Yes, because they're these, this is old growth. And I don't know how we ended up doing this, being in a birch forest when there are all these gorgeous, gorgeous forests. But I think we wanted to just be able to look at these forests. Yay, she's finished. She's finished with the level 1 courier. Yay. We wanted to be able to look at these forests from here and to travel over them with the balloon when the balloon brings them here. And this is a place that's safe and where they can build up high, and all of those things were important to them. And so there is a new style that has been added, and that style, I added it from Planet Minecraft, but because I wanted this farm, because this farm looks at level 5 like it's a part of the farmer's market. And let me show that to Chato for a minute. We're using Anyanka's new build. So let's switch here and let's see, what is it called? Medieval. Is it called medieval? No. So now I'll have to find it the hard way. There's Littleton. Old English. So Anyanka has Old English, and on Discord, in Minecolonies Discord, in their showcase, and doing that thing again, they were showing this, and I'm going to put it here so that we can see it. This is the farm complex, and there is a farm and the lean-to farm. So the lean-to farm starts out looking like this. This is the level 1. That's not the level 1, level 2. We must have gotten Brittany to put in the level 2. That's interesting. That's interesting. I thought this was a level 1. I have level 1 builders. So this might have changed, but this is the level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see, this building right here looks like, see, fresh produce, and see the way it looks? Isn't that cool? So that's going to be a part of the farmer's market. Thank you, Mr. Villager. I started coughing, so I just wanted to get some water for a minute. I might have waited too late. I might be a little chilly. Air might have come back on. Okay. So yes, isn't this cool? I love this. I love this little farm. So this is the farm that we did. So we're going to X this, and we added it right in here. So it's nighttime. Let me go here. Let me come into this little area right here. We're going to make that go away, and we're going to put down this. And there we go. Go to sleep. What does Old English have to offer? Got even more curious now. What would you like to see? I'm not going to show everything, but I will show you pieces that you want to see. So Anyanka has done what Chateau is going to do, making their own mod and their own styles for, not mod, a style. And this is Old English. What would you like to see, Mr. Villager? Let's see. One of the things that they wanted to do was to have a cathedral. And the cathedral apparently has the mystical site. A whole bunch of things are in the cathedral. The hospital, there's a residence, the alchemist, all of this is all in the cathedral. The town hall. Let's go to fundamentals. Let's go to the town hall. And notice the town hall has a whole bunch of things built in. Holy good night, Anyanka. Look at this. Wow. This is a level 1. And if you saw on the site, it has all these spaces for other things to be put in. So there is this is a guard tower. There's no question. There's a guard tower that's included. 2 guard towers. Wow, like a barracks. Nice. And then out here on the grounds of the town hall, we have what looks like the beginning of the cathedral, probably. But what's in here? This is a restaurant. This is actually a restaurant that is here. And this building over here, let's look here and see. And this is a library. And judging by the space given to these at the higher levels, this is level 2, 3, see what's happening, 4, and 5. So everything is within this town hall area. Is the restaurant right over here, the library right here, and guard towers. We can see these guard towers here. And so that's the town hall for them. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So let's go to fundamentals and let's go to building complex. And that building complex is the builder's hut having a residence. So wait a minute, let's go back to the town hall. The town hall has a restaurant, guard towers, the town hall, library. That's a tavern. The tavern is in there as well as the restaurant. That is intense. That is intense. So now let's go to the builder complex. And the builder complex has a guard tower, has the sawmill. So let's go to the builder. So the builder starts out like this. I'm going to have to bring it out so that it's not in the trees. It starts out like this. And this is the level 1 builder, which is very, very nice. And then level 2 is here. Do we see? And there it is. There's a sawmill right there added. And it's supposed to have, let's see, a guard tower in here. There's the guard. Okay, and I really like that. So the guard, you're surprised by it having a sawmill, but it makes so much sense, doesn't it? Absolutely does in the very beginning. And there's a guard to be attached to the builder. Those little 1.9 buildings, it does in the beginning with the mix, doesn't it? It definitely does. Let's come here to 3, 4, 5. So at 5, I have a feeling this is the house. On top, sure enough. So there's a house here with an upstairs loft. Where's the bedroom? This is a level house. Then you have to build the house part into it, and that adds the beds. And if we look at, see how this extends over here? So I have a feeling the house piece, let's see if we can see just the house piece for a minute. So let's come back to here, and the residence, see that residence right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oops. So you can see that the residence fits into the upstairs, and there are the bedrooms, and then in the loft area there are beds up there too, and then this is on that balcony area right there. So I'm only seeing 4 beds in a level 5 house, but it's actually okay. Just have to remember that. Unless I'm not at 5. 6 is 5. There it is. Master bedroom upstairs. Interesting. So they put 3 beds together upstairs, and that works. So that is inside this builder's shop at level 5. That's the upstairs area here made into a house. Is it broken? I don't think so. I think that so you know how when you have nested buildings, that some of those build parts then build out later. And so that's going to build out into the house later on. And there's going to be plenty of room over top of this area right here. In the same way that the sawmill is probably going to build out much farther. Let's look at the sawmill for a minute. So let's go here, and the sawmill, level 6. Oh, it's small. It's small, but this is it. So it's got a place. This is the sawmill right here, and it's just going to have, yeah, it's modular, like Hive or something like that, which is actually really cool in respect, or like Byzantine. And I love that. I love that people are doing that. So this is really, really nice. And we'll see how well it builds. You don't think you're going to do nested buildings for your first tile? I don't blame you. Chato, that is really difficult. So I totally understand, because then you have to determine how that building fits into the other building. You have to make concessions for that. It's complicated. It's complicated. But yeah, so that is, I imagine that this is not Anyanka's first style. So, and so what did you want to see? Let me see. The restaurant. So we've kind of seen the restaurant as a part of the town hall. Let me see if there's a separate restaurant. Forestry, mining. In the military, in the barracks, there's the barracks. It doesn't look like there's a restaurant in the barracks. and then there are walls. Infrastructure is just mine shafts. So they didn't make any roads. You have to build your own roads. There's a residence. So this is a separate residence that has a floor, and you can see it here coming in right here, going in. This is the level 1. Let's look at the way this residence grows. I can come up here for a second and look. Yeah. And so level 1, 2, 3. Look what we're getting. We're getting a little area there being built out. 3, 4, and 5. And so, this is interesting. See this right here? This is meant to attach to something, meant to be a part of a building somewhere. Uh-oh, it's raining. Hold on for a second. Let me go to sleep. It's really not good to do those things in the rain. It's gotten more robust. Normally that would have done it. But let's come here. Let's take this down. And let's come to here. We're going to go to sleep here so that it's not raining. There was a sign on the entrance. Okay. We'll check it. Just kidding. You saw a little from Thaler. It's too complex. Thaler's doing a new one, isn't he? He's doing a new piece too. I should hope so. He's a really amazing builder. So let me see what the sign says. Let's see. Let's come in. Nice little area here. Seating. The upstairs. We have a bed in the hall. So we have 2 beds there, and then we go up, and then we have 3 beds up here. But this bed could be made into a master bed, so that's good. And yeah, so, and this looks like it attaches to another building some kind of way. And let me see, let me look at the sign at the level 1. You think there was, there it is. This is, it's a duplex overlap mirror at this wall. It's meant to be 2 together. Ooh, okay, that's nice. So their entrances would be in this little area here, but it would be 2 of them together. Oh, that's very curious, Anyanka. I like that. That's lovely. That is most fun. Thank you for noticing that. Thank you for noticing that sign there. And it's perfect. Yeah, so this is the level 5, 1/2. And then it has this over part. Oh, that's going to be brilliant. That's going to look really cool. Wow. You know, when Minecolonies team updates, they're at 21.1, and Minecraft is at 21.6, I think now. When they update, which they will eventually, I'm going to be tempted by this. I'm going to be tempted to be someplace where I can build some of these. This is awesome. So, hold on. Let me look here, and let's X. So there was one other thing, the mystical site. So let's see if there is a mystic site. There has to be, but let's see. Military walls, infrastructure. It seems like something that would be part of the university or something. Decorations, the player house. There's a player house. Let's see it. Let's see what the player house looks like. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. This is pretty intense. Oh, nice. Nice upstairs. Living room area. Very nice. What's in this part? Welcome home. Decoration is only suggestions. Level 2 and 3 do not change. Interior only structure. Player house levels 2 stripped and walls. And then you can put in whatever you want. So it sounds like even though it's showing the furniture and stuff, it's not there. See? There's nothing in these parts. But what they did, oh, excellent. Do you see what's happened here? This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Thank you. So what this means is that if you build the level 1, the level 2 and 1 and 2 don't change. That means you can start with the level 1 and you can put all the stuff that you want in here. And this is why this is only a suggestion. You can put in whatever you want. And you can do that upstairs on the level 2 also, right in this part right here. But when you go to build the level 2, see where these placeholder blocks are? That means that nothing will change here. Oh my God, that's amazing. Is there a basement? Holy good night, look at this workspace. Look at this basement under here. Whoa. So you've got this whole basement area also. Let me see where the basement happens. I think the basement probably doesn't change either, but let's look. Yeah, this is just a suggestion, I think. I think it's actually empty. 2, yeah, see, this is what it really looks like. And 3, and then you can put in whatever you want to put in those areas. Wow. Okay, well, if it wasn't for that little farm, I wouldn't have paid this any attention. I really absolutely wouldn't. This is the cool thing about Minecolonies team's Discord site. On Discord, they have a place for patrons and they have a place for everybody. So you don't have to be a patron to go out to their Discord. And the Discord has showcases and you can see all sorts of things. And so in the showcase, I saw one of Anyanka's things and it just worked brilliantly for what I wanted. And so that's what I did. That's why I brought this in. However, I would have to go through a little bit more because I don't see where it is. Now this building complex here, then there's a mining complex, and see the mining complex has the smelter, the stonemason, the blacksmith, all of that, as well as a residence and a guard tower.
That's a very complex complex.
Look at this. Look, I'll show you. Vincent, just before you go for a second, look for a minute. This is Anyanka's thing, and what they are doing is they build stuff in. So this is actually the mine. So here's the mine here. And then at level, oh wait, that wasn't the mine. Wait, that was the building complex. No, it's the mine. So right here, so then at 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see this whole area here is for the other buildings that are going to be attached. And they've done this all over. So see right there, there's the stonemason, even though this is the mine. And where's the mine? And right there, there's the mine piece that goes down. But the right here, where there isn't anything, where is the hut block? It's not showing the hut block for the piece that goes here. Let me go to level 1 for a second and see if there are any instructions. There aren't. So we know there's the guard. So the mine has a guard right away, which is excellent. And then right over here, speaking of a guard right away, you know, I think we're going to do that for ours. We're going to move a guard tower over to the mine for our guard as well, for our miner as well. And then, so this is the mine and the guard tower. And then at level 2, the sawmill comes in. And it's right, and look, there it is. See right there? There's the blacksmith and the smeltery all being built into this complex. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So the blacksmith and the smeltery are in this space, but she's got it protected from the mine build with these, and I know I'm doing she's, sorry. And so
it's okay
yeah,
to assume and based on language patterns and then be corrected if
I'm wrong. Okay, all right. And so we're let's go back here. So we're at the mine. So the blacksmith, see that little spot right over there? There's the blacksmith piece that is going to be built onto this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the blacksmith piece here. So the blacksmith doesn't have the walls. So that means that the stonemason must have the walls. Let's look at the smeltery. Let's look, there's the smeltery right here. And let's look at the 2. Yes, see, there it is. There's the build for the smeltery and the blacksmith is right here. 2, 3, oh, nothing there. 4, look at that. So the smeltery, sorry, it changed position. The smeltery is right here. Ooh, I hope that doesn't happen in the actual build. I don't think it will. Let's hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe it doesn't matter. He's gone. But that is so cool. So this is the building, and this part here is where the blacksmith is. And then this part over here is actually the stone, the ores. I said stone, it's the ores smelter that's in here. And that gives you that part added on to that whole area. Wow. So you thought Byzantine was complicated. I just love these. They're so amazing. They actually are. So let's X out. I didn't find the mystic site. There's animals, plantations, and the mystic site should be, there it is. And it is a separate building. The graveyard is a separate building. That's not a separate building. 1, 2, whoa. Wow. 1, 2. Ooh. Is the mystic site the cathedral? I think the mystic site is the cathedral. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is. And there's the graveyard piece added on right here. And in this area, there's probably a place to put a graveyard section. And this is, in fact, it's probably in here. Look at this. So there it is. There's the chapel. And this is the mystic site. I love it. Wow. Wow. That is really traditional. But it's traditional for medieval or Old English at this time. There's the baptism water pools at the beginning of the church. There's the main lecture altar right here. And right over here, I love that, is this section. And you can do whatever you want to do in these areas. That's a what is that? Is that? I don't recognize that. Wait a minute, I'm mixing them up. Is this the doctor? I think this is the doctor right here. Don't you think so, Mr. Villager? That's the doctor right there. And that this is probably the mystic site. I have to look on the outside here for a second at the hut blocks. So let's come to this hut block. Now that's definitely the mystic site. And at level 6, that is buried in the front door. Okay. And there it is right there. There's a cutter here. I don't think that cutter is supposed to be there. But whoa. That's definitely a cathedral. Left is the hospital and right might be the enchanter. Exactly. That's exactly right. Thank you. I forgot. Yes, a medical wing, because remember at this time in Old English, there really wasn't yet doctors. The new Ophelia, the movie Ophelia, I love the way they are sort of indicating that medicine is starting to happen in Old England at the time, or in Old Europe at the time of the play Hamlet. And I love that in the new movie Ophelia, which is not that new, it's just new to me. But yes, and so in that respect, the use of, that's a sacrificial cutter? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's supposed to be there. But yes, but the pews are beautiful. The windows are gorgeous. And the grounds are, of course, the traditional grounds for churches are graveyards. So that is really quite lovely. And look, it's got these pieces. I don't know the architectural name for those supports, but I just love those pieces. I like church architecture. I was raised Catholic, so when I was little, this was the world, and the world looked like these churches. And so I still have that thing that happens to you when the way you were raised. Even if you reject the way you were raised, there's still some place that that goes to places like this if you don't have bad memories about it. I don't have any bad memories. I just don't. I'm luckily, based on some of the experiences that people have had in around Christianity. I don't have any of those. I did not have any of those things happen. So because I don't have that, those arches, they're present on Gothic builds. Yeah. I think they're supports. I think they strengthen the build, the towers of those. So yeah. So you know, I actually love these buildings. So yeah. And all right, so that was a lovely little fun thing. Thank you, Mr. Villager. It might be too unpopular, but for you, it's not a cathedral, it's just church for you. To some, temple be a cathedral. The dimensions must be much more. Oh, thunder, real thunder. We are supposed to have a storm. It is 2 hours early. We have a watch, a thunderstorm watch. And it's 2 hours early. What's on the higher floor? What's in the higher floor? Is there a guard tower over here? Let me see something. I don't see guards here. Looks like you could put them here. Are they on the lower floor? Doesn't that look like there should be a guard tower or something here? Oh! Look at that! It's housing! Oh! There's a house for one of the people to live here, to be here all the time. And what's this one? Is this another one? So is this 2 houses? Oh, how interesting. I think those are houses in the front. Right in this front area right here. These are houses. Wow. Okay. So the grave digger, the grave digger can be there. Residence and guard. It's under the staircase. Let me see. Look at that. It sure is. Oh my gosh. They're so complex. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know me. Oh my goodness. Wow. I love that. Walkable corridors at the sides, on the outside, I know. And I just love that. Let's go to the 6 for a second. And let me look here, just a minute. On the outside here, walkable areas outside, which is really nice. Oh, this is what he's talking about. This part up here, where, what's here? Whoa. Oh, pretty. So you could have the choir master up here. That looks like a restaurant could be there, doesn't it? It does. That looks like a restaurant is there. Hold on. Let me look at this for a second. Let's come here and let's see what's nested in here. So, oh, the alchemist, the hospital, the enchanter. That's the alchemist. Perfect for an organ. It is. It is indeed. And the ground plan for a builder's hut, a mystical site, never mind, that's all that. But I think in here is the alchemist, the hospital, and the enchanter are all in. I don't know that the alchemist is, but it should be in here, don't you think? I think it should be in here. Let's go in here. Let's see if I can find something in here. I think they have that so you can put whatever you want up there. And this is the floor where the chapel is, the church. So here's the church right here. Nice placement. So you have to have certain things in certain places in order for the build to be correct. And so they put in the purpur, and they put in emeralds in those places, and the glass, and that helps give it, even though it's a stone building, that helps give it the level 5, that this is a level 6, but nested buildings have level 6s. And then under here, whoa, look at this. Wow, this looks like you can have, you know what this means? This means that you can have a canal, that you can have sewers. Ooh. Sometimes you think mystical sites are just ways for players showing off their colony's riches. Sometimes they are. Let me look at something here. Stone and storage. A bakery complex, which has bakery, residence, restaurant. I'm in heaven. Oh my gosh. X. So I try to do those kinds of things. The sewer for the nether miner? Oh, that would be curious now, wouldn't it? To put the nether miner underneath, that would be fascinating. So for instance, see, I have the miner here, and we put a courier here to make it look like when this is level 5, there's actually rail coming out of this Shire right here. What do you need that you don't have? Level, hold on. Ah. Okay. So we made him, uh-oh. I think we're almost done. I think that is me starting to lag. When I get to a certain point, I start lagging. So we put all those stone pieces in there, and he can't use them. He's a level 1. It says that he can use up to iron, but he's not. So that means that we're going to have to do wood or gold.
What's
we're
it
not
today,
using
then?
gold for that. You can't mine the emerald ore at 57. You need to upgrade the building so you can use a tool with a higher mining. Is that stopping you? Hold on. Let's come down here and see what's going on here. Why would that stop you from building? I've never seen that before, by the way. Them saying
Good day
that.
to you.
I will work on it. That's why he wants iron. But I don't think he can use iron at this stage. He has an iron pickaxe and he can't use it. He's using stone. And why isn't he getting any? He's not asking for it. He wants wood. How much do you want to bet he wants wood? Let's come over here. He asked for an iron one, and that's why she's doing it. I'm trying to figure out why, but he's a brand new miner. And how much do you want to bet he can't use any of that? Let's come back here and let's put some in and let's see what happens. So we put the stone ones here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Didn't we make more than that? Where are they? Have they just not been delivered? Why would she be standing here? Are you telling me that he isn't going to be able to mine because there's emeralds there? Let's sort. Let me see if I have any axes. I only have stone. Let's make some wood and let's see if that's the problem. We still have other people who are using wooden stuff. And I shouldn't have done that. I just sorted everything away. So I'm going to have to find the sticks. Let's start with the sticks and let's hope we can find 15. Let's hope we can find the other stuff easily. Red. Right over here. And here we are. So there's sticks here and nothing else. There's still a squash. I don't think we're serving squash yet, but we'll check and see. And let's go back to the front quickly. And let's get this. I'm trying to figure out why he's not working. Oak. We have tons of oak. Let's get the plank. And the plank is right here. So let's take down this amount. So now we're going to do the same thing and see. We have level 1 builders. So we'll see pickaxes. Let's put this here and let's make this amount. If he doesn't use them, then we'll use them as to burn. And let's put them in here because they're just made out of wood. And we'll see in the morning if she delivers those and if he's happy about them. Now he might need ladder and that kind of stuff, but it looked like he was primarily asking for that. Let's come down here. This is the paradise. Yeah. This is the paradise. 1 minute, need to go. Okay, this is the funny reason to stop. Not funny, but curious. All right. We are 10 minutes away from a full 3-hour stream. And so, Mr. Villager, it's been wonderful having you this whole time. If you have to go, no worries for right now. Thank you for being in chat as always. Chato, if you're still there, thank you for being in chat as well. And we're going to come here, and we really need to go back to Arnaaluk and get the things that we ordered. So we have this extra around this this rabbit hutch. We have extra fence in this area because we have wolves. And there's one right there. And so we're protecting the rabbit farm from the wild wolves that we have. And so we're just fencing it in just a little bit more than normal. And there we are, and we have donkeys and cows. We have all sorts of things here. And so let's go back to Arnaaluk, and we will. So if I didn't take the balloon, let me come here. If I didn't take the balloon, see, I'm right here. I would just go this way, go across this land right here. This is Forgotten Forest, and according to the map, I need to go west, young man. So we're going to turn and go this way. So if we go this way, over these beautiful trees here, isn't this gorgeous? I just loved it. I just still love it. And so we'll continue. And then we reach the tsunami damage. This is where the tsunami came all the way back to here and deposited black ice in these areas. And these forests disappeared under this ice. This wave when we had the thing that happened. Was it an earthquake? Was it a meteor strike? Don't know, but it changed the world. And so we're headed towards the ocean, which is, and there it is coming up. There you can see this is the end. So this snowy taiga used to spread all through here, and it got damaged by this. This is coming up here is the glacial oceans right here. It should change to frozen ocean, and this is where we are. Now there is one of the things that happened when the tsunami happened was this pirate ship got stuck in the ice right here, and it is abandoned. Hold on. I think I'm going to have a little bit of water, which is all that's left in there right at the moment. It's abandoned, that ship. But here is Arnaaluk, and there you can see the other balloon right here. We have two balloons, so they go back and forth like we have two taxis, and they go back and forth. So this is the city. Ah, there we go. We are lagging. This is the city, and it's really hard to get a really good feel for it now because it's so big. I guess we could do it with the map, but the map's no fun. See, the map isn't pretty. This is fun. So there is the telescope at the university right here. Yep, we're doing it. We're completely and totally lagging out. Now, if I was going to be on longer, I would actually restart, and that usually fixes it. But there's the telescope. We're looking at it from the back. This means that this is the university right here. And there is the underwater base level 5 telescope. And right over here is the level 5 enchanter tower showing above the water level. And over here we have showing above the water line is the underwater base level 5 alchemist right here. And then we've got some other buildings here. We've got right over here, you're looking at a cavern style house that has gone in right here. And then we've got all the aquatica buildings and underwater base buildings, a lot of them peeking out of the glaciers here, peeking out of the frozen ocean. They're actually underwater. We're not hiding from the skeletons. They just have no jurisdiction here. They have jurisdiction on land, and we have brokered for the land that we're using for the retreat, but they can't say anything about the oceans. The oceans belong to the mermaid nation of Tana, and so we make the rules here, and they know it. So this is the reason why we put it in the ocean, the sanctuary, so that they could not have a say about what we did. Uh-oh, back to the game. That was a bad one. Oh, we can't do anything. We're stuck. We can't do anything, I think. I think every time I move, I'm going to get that. So this is the entire city. We have 150 people here. And then we have the retreat, which right now has, I think, 6, 8 people, maybe, altogether. And Arnaaluk is helping to build the retreat. They are providing, their workers are providing all the materials for the retreat. And what is Pity going to give back? It's giving back the fact that they can come there and be in the trees, and that is why it's being built. We do have botanical gardens in the hallways underwater, but there's nothing like being in the trees. And I'm gonna go a little bit early. Sorry about that, everybody, because I would have to restart anyway. So I appreciate everyone who's watching right now. Thank you very much. I don't usually do this, but I'm doing it for the summer. If you like this, you have to subscribe, because I don't know when I'm streaming. I'm trying to stay within a certain area of daytime, but on Twitch, you can become a follower, and on YouTube you can subscribe, and then you'll know when I'm streaming and you can watch. And yeah, so thank you for being here. See, I'm bombing. Enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. We've been listening to Drone Hands music in the background, and there are links for the musicians who've created the music in the About on YouTube, so you can see it there. And here we go for now. Bye for now, everyone. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus take us out. Bye. Thank you.